Hey guys, John Soricelli here, and I have a very good friend of mine, Paolo Quiroga. And Paolo is a financial planning and retirement specialist. And Paolo's here to chat a little bit about what's the best way to utilize a 401k to purchase a home. Paolo?
Well, thanks, John. Like he said, one of the reasons I'm here is because I specialize in working with a lot of employment retirement plans. And I get questions all the time on how do we use our retirement plan or 401k to help out in purchasing a home. So we're going to go over how exactly you utilize a 401k, what the costs are, and some key considerations to consider before doing so.
Cool, man. So how do you utilize that 401k?
Great question. So every plan is different. So where you should start is going to either your HR or directly to the plan administrator and looking at the summary plan description. That's going to tell you exactly what the requirements and maximums are, and then how you go about getting that established.
What are typically those requirements and typically those maximums?
Yeah, so usually it's going to be 50% of your account value is the maximum, up to $50,000. Now, if your account value is a little bit smaller, say under maybe $25,000, you may be able to pull out more than 50%. But again, that's why it's important to look at the plan description, and it'll give you those details.
Cool. So you also mentioned a little bit about like what the costs are, right? So what are typically the costs associated with this?
Yeah, so each plan has a loan origination fee. That's going to cost you just somewhere between $75 to $150 to start it. But then internally you have interest that's going to be paid. Now the interest is going to be prime plus 1 or 2 percentage points, but that interest is going to be paid back to you. So once you take the money out of the account, you're going to set up payroll deductions to basically prepay or pay back that loan, and that's going to cover the interest that your money was losing out on making while being invested in the plan.
So is that interest you mentioned is paid back to you, correct?
Correct.
So tell me a little bit more about that.
Yeah, so again, how it's set up is that your money while it's invested in the 401k should be working for you and earning interest. So part of the interest rate that you're basically paying yourself is to recover from those potential losses in your account.
Got it. So it's money coming back to me and coming back to my account.
Exactly.
Awesome. So what are some of the things that we should be aware of when we're doing this?
Yeah, so some considerations to think about before actually taking the money out is, one, you have to know that most plans require the loan to be paid back in 5 years. So if it's not paid back in 5 years, you're potentially going to be paying a 10% penalty plus taxes on the remaining amount that's not paid back. The other thing is, if you are leaving your job and you haven't fully paid back that loan, again, whatever is left over, you have to either pay that back in 90 days or you'll be potentially charged a penalty for the early withdrawal and taxes on the remaining amount.
So the taxes, do I have to like immediately pay that to my 401k company, or how do those taxes get covered?
Great question. So the taxes will actually be paid when you go through and file your taxes the next year. So it'll show up as additional income to you for the year that you actually withdrew the money from the account.
So maybe if I usually get a refund, I might not get that refund.
Right.
So I might not have to write a check or anything like that.
Potentially.
Cool deal. Awesome. Well, listen, I really appreciate the time.
Hey,
I appreciate you coming out. If you guys have any questions about how to use a 401k to purchase a home or anything else with regards to the home buying process, my name's John Soricelli, and I'm here to help. Thanks a lot.